Hello and welcome to the Chongqing Major. My name is Nomad. I'm here with Mofarah, and this is Team Liquid versus Vega Squadron in the major qualifiers. How excited are we to see Team Liquid playing again?
Yeah, this is going to be a good one, isn't it? It feels like a lot of people have been waiting for a while now. So good to see them back again. You know, I feel like a lot of people have missed them. So let's see what they can bring to the patch. You know, see if they can have an everlasting effect on everybody watching the game.
Yeah, and you know, who better for them to play against first other than Vega Squadron, because they've had a big break. They didn't get to play in the major or the minor, and it was actually Vega Squadron that knocked them out of one of those qualifiers, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, they were called Team Lithium at the time, but obviously, you know, still the same squad. Liquid have got to show their revenge, you know, make sure they're the top dogs again. Got to put Vega back down. But again, you know, Vega, not a bad side at all. They've been playing okay recently, not fantastic, but
yeah, they've been up and down. They've been up and down. They're a bit of a roller coaster team, but hopefully we can see a good performance from them today. And we're starting off this draft with a Brewmaster and a Keeper of the Light. Now, this used to be GH's favorite hero. What do we think he's going to be doing on it now?
I actually don't think GH is going to be playing this. I think Keeper of the Light has to be played as a position 5 now. Because there were some games before where Kuro used to play the Keeper of the Light anyway, even when GH, you know, loved that hero so much. So, you mean you could play it as a 4, you know, possibly, but I think it's better off as a position 5 now. I don't think it scales as well with farm as it used to. You know, the Ags upgrade isn't, you know, necessarily a massive thing now because you have to stand still and charge the Illuminate to heal your team up. So,
right,
yeah, I imagine it's probably a 5.
Okay. We'll see where they decide to run it. Meanwhile, the Brewmaster as well, this hero's been going an awful lot of changes, an awful lot of surgery, and he's come out the side, an entirely different hero with that Cinder Brew now doing extra 80 damage per magic damage, or 80 DP. I don't really know what's going on.
Every time someone uses 80 magic damage, it like sets it alight again or whatever it is. I mean, that skill's just weird now. I'm just glad they got rid of the Pokemon types. That's the most important thing. We don't want to be turning into the new Pokemon.
10 seconds remaining.
Dota go.
Dota go. Oh no,
I'm
please
ready.
No. Let's not do that. I like the Undying pick though. I'm just interested to see where this Rubik ends up going. You know, we've been seeing a lot of people play at mid. I think no one's been doing a lot in CIS as well, so we'll see if it carries on into EU. I know a lot of people have been playing at mid in pubs, in high MMR pubs, so see if the trend carries on. But yeah, the Undying pick's really nice, you know, zoning out the Brew.
There's just another thing about this Rubik pick as well. It's really good to be this flex pick as well, right? Because you don't know whether it's going to be... It's been played mid quite a lot as well. So just on top of the fact that it's a good hero all around with Arcane Supremacy, you also don't really know where it's going to be going.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, most people have been playing it as either a mid or a 4. Most of the time it's been mid, actually, but it's definitely an odd one. I like that you have the instant lift, though, against the Brewmaster. You know, if he tries to blink and clap and ult. Not a free Brewmaster game, necessarily, but I feel like Brewmasters and Rubik are probably two of the most strongest heroes in the game at the moment. You know, that new Drunken Brawler is not fun to play against. Gets a free haste rune every time.
Yeah, pretty neat. Only a haste rune for a little bit of the time, and then it's up and down. It's an exciting haste rune.
Yeah, true. It's something, all right. I'm interested to see whether GH plays this, though, or whether MC plays it, the Brewmaster, because we've been seeing a lot of people move this around. I mean, again, it could still be GH playing Kotl and Kuroki playing position 5 Brewmaster as well, so lots of different options.
Well, you got the Brewmaster, now you got the Beastmaster. Both B-Masters are in the house, and this is a hero I actually haven't seen played yet on the new patch. Now, if... Oh, this is stretching my memory here, but if I remember correctly, Beastmaster's Hawk is now like, you send it to one point on the map, he's not movable, he's invisible all the time. It's global. Is that along the right lines of things?
Correct, yeah, that's absolutely right.
Nailed it. Good job, man.
Well done, man. I'm very impressed.
I don't know about the ball, though. I think he's just the same, and he doesn't get the random creep anymore.
No, he gets the ball. No, he doesn't get the random creep, you're right, and the ball does hero damage now as well, so it does more damage in lane, but I imagine we're probably not going to see that leveled up early on anyway. I think most people are going for the Axes and the Aura build, you know, for the first few skill points at least. I imagine this is probably going to be MC's hero, though, the Beastmaster. You know, this is one of his favourites. Has been for quite a while. Will they pair it up with the Brewmaster or the Keeper of the Light, though?
Yeah, Beastmaster Brewmaster lane sounds really, really weird. I don't really. So surely Cinderbrew wouldn't be very good with Beastmaster because Beastmaster does physical damage, right?
Yeah, the axes are physical damage, but at the same time, I just against the Undying, that lane doesn't sound great for the Beastmaster. You know, he's constantly zoning you away with decays and whatnot. So.
Is it just Battle of the Tanks? Like, what's going on? We've got Undying, Centaur, Beastmaster, and Brewmaster all in one game. These guys are just going to be... Just get it over with. Pick the tides and just be done with it now. There's so many big, fat heroes in this game. And then you got the Rubik and the Cottle kind of just carrying the sidelines as these massive tanks are going to be fighting it up. I feel like this favors the Undying a bit, though, the amount of strength heroes we've got going around. And Team Liquid are going to go for this Terrorblade, so a bit of a win condition coming out for them now as they kind of nail themselves down to a bit of a strat here. Feels like Vega Squadron are set up quite nicely for a bit of an aggressive draft, though. I mean, what are we thinking? Maybe a Pugner?
Their lanes look pretty strong at the moment in general. I like the Centaur pick, though, because it allows them to get on top of the Keeper of the Light. You know, with the Stampede, you really want to blow up that squishy support on the backline first. So I'm a big fan of this. But the TB... I'm not sold on this hero at the moment. It feels like, especially like you say, with Vega, if they can play aggressive and keep the tempo of the game up, you know, TB doesn't have this time to come online like he did before. We've been seeing a lot of teams just get run over with it, you know, fairly quickly. If the game goes on to like, you know, 25, 30 minutes plus, then the hero is still going to be, you know, very good at what it does. The question is, can they get there?
Yeah, that's true, but we've still seen a fair amount of success with, I mean, you know, VP walked over... was it Gambit last night with it? Or was it Team Spirit? I can't remember which one got through. But they walked over whichever team it was on the backs of a Terrorblade. But now Vega are going to go for an Invoker pickup. That is stylish. And I'm interested to see how they're going to play around this. Do you think Quadwex Invoker maybe for a bit more pressure? Because I can't see them wanting to play an Exort Invoker versus this lineup.
Well, normally I would say Quadwex Invoker, but they have the Centaur Stomp as well to set up for the Sunstrikes. You know, you've got the Lift as well. So there's a few different things here that they could work with for the Sunstrikes, but yeah, I'm going to say Exor. Why not? Sure. Looks like they have a decent amount of control already with the Centaur and the Rubik, so you know, maybe lacking a little bit of damage.
True. But they're going to need to find the tempo to shut down this Terrorblade. So you know, I think you know, Vega Squadron, we're going to need a nice aggressive pick from them for their carry. What are we expecting from both of these teams? Maybe a TA from Team Liquid?
10 seconds
Seems viable.
TA. They have...
5 seconds remaining.
I feel like it's probably going to be the Brewmaster support now. I mean, they could still play it mid if they really want to, but maybe lacking a little bit on the tempo front of the game. You know, you're a little bit reliant on Beastmaster at the moment. Keeper of the Light doesn't necessarily come online massively early at the moment. You know, you want a few levels online.
I have no idea where Keeper of the Light comes on in line.
That's true, very true.
It's you know,
a
bit of an enigma.
I think you have to play around your ult now if you're the Keeper of the Light. You know, you have these two big cooldowns now, the Ignis Fatus.
All right, let's get some predictions. I think Vega Squadron are just going to say screw it and pick up a Bloodseeker now.
Monkey King? Is Monkey King banned? No.
11 seconds, Vega Squadron running down the clock. Meanwhile, Team Liquid, they still need their mid laner, something which can lane up well versus the Invoker and create some space for this Terrorblade. I've already predicted the tier. I've got my predictions down. Oh, the Troll Warlord coming out for his debut performance. Now, this hero has been reworked. He's now got an ultimate which allows him to not be killed, get a load of attack speed, and basically run around chasing heroes. It's kind of a wild ride.
I mean, he could be killed.
And now Liquid pull out the Pugner. Sorry, he can be killed?
Yeah, but I haven't seen this hero in a pro game yet. This is interesting.
Sorry, what do you mean he can be killed in his ulti?
Oh, in his ulti. Oh, I don't even know he couldn't be killed in it.
Is that true?
Is that true?
Yeah, he can't be.
All right.
If I'm wrong about one of us is going to look like a right idiot here, and I have a feeling, unfortunately, it's you.
I haven't seen this hero yet, and I've cast quite a few games this patch already. So let's have a look.
All right, you go and look that one up. Meanwhile, we got Matuma.
Damage does not kill you. What the hell?
Get with the patch notes, son. What are you doing? My analyst is. You know what? If anybody in the chat wants to come up here, take over from Mofarah, you're more than welcome. The position is open. Yeah,
on,
so, I mean, I'm not sure if Cole works on him even. I haven't seen that, but doesn't matter. There's no axe in the game, so who cares? They've picked up a Matumament Pugner to go up against this Invoker in the middle lane to put in some pressure. I like this. It's decent AoE damage. You can deal with those Forge Spirits if he does go for the Exhort build. You can also push really hard. I mean, you know, Invoker is generally the kind of guy who sits around in lane anyway, so... But, you know, the pressure which is going to come out from Matumament will hopefully be enough for Liquid to kind of shove out Mage and not give him that dream start to the game because... but yeah, I'm most excited for this Troll. I'll be real here. Troll running at them. And we do have a GH Keeper of the Light as well. Kuro is going on that Beastmaster. Brewmaster, sorry.
Yeah, that's interesting. So they're going to be playing the GH as the position 4 again. I'm really interested. I'm a big fan of this hero, so I want to see what kind of items he builds now on the Keeper of the Light, whether he still goes for that Ags early on or whether he goes kind of like more utility, like the Forces and the Glimmers and whatnot like we used to see.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's going to be cool to see GH on his signature hero, but with a new, fresh 7.20 twist.
7.20 twist.
Yeah.
I like this offlane, though, by Kezu and MNT. They've got the Centaur and the Rubik down in this bot lane. It's going to be really difficult for the Terrorblade down here if he ends up getting matched up against it. You have the lift into the stomp, lots of burst damage coming through with the Fade Bolt 2 and the double edge.
Yep, looks like they're moving a little bit aggressively here. Liquid just playing around their high ground to start things off.
Just trying to be a little bit careful down here. I think a lot of teams have been making this kind of movement down that you see Vega doing right now. You know, the 3 or 4 man rotations, sometimes they end up being smoked. And he actually did take Boar at level 1, by the way. I was completely wrong. So MC's just doing something different here.
Yep. I also heard a Sunstrike. I'm not entirely sure where that was. Who knows? Phantom Sunstrike.
Just scouting.
Yeah. So yeah, using that Boar, level 1 to scout things out in the bottom lane. Meanwhile, he himself runs up the top lane with a new Boar. And they'll see that there is no one on this high ground. Meanwhile, Peksu being hit back by Kuroki. Start things off. It's just Peksu alone here going for this rune. If they want, they can run down here and try and contest. They will do. Kuro coming in. Who's got the quicker fingers? It is actually Peksu who picks that one up, playing around that bouncy rune. And Kuro's just happy to trade hits here, though. So, as these decays come off, maybe you might want to rethink that strategy. The backs away from the Undying.
I don't know, if you can force Undying to use as much mana as you can before the laning stage, I think it's usually a decent win. Yeah, you just want to be tanking those instead of your Terrorblade, really.
Meanwhile, Miracle on the Terrorblade, as you mentioned. Look at this build. 6 Tangos and 4 Iron Branches and a Stout Shield. This guy knows he's going to get harassed, as we have Madara on this Troll Warlord looking to put the pressure onto the Terrorblade. He's going to immediately pop that Metamorphosis and try and get a bit of a CS advantage to start things off. Now,
yeah, I mean, whenever you get to lane on the TV, you always just want to pop the meta at the start. Try and secure all the CS in the first couple of waves or so.
One thing which does strike me about this bottom lane is that when this Metamorphosis runs up, it's going to be a double melee lane versus Undying and Troll Warlord, which doesn't sound good. Now MNT's coming in as well. Miracle's dropping low here. They're actually just going to kill him off with the decay. Miracle dies first blood under tower as Vega rotate in very aggressively.
Yeah, that was during the meta as well, so
yeah.
Not exactly the best use that you want to be getting with that. Like we say, you want to try and secure all the CS in the first couple of waves if you can. So,
meanwhile, up in the top lane, this does leave Kezu alone versus GH and Mind Control, and we'll see how much pressure these two can put off. Now, I'm kind of expecting Chakra Magic level 2 from GH, which will give Mind Control the axe spam which he wants versus the Centaur, and we'll see if he can pull that one off. Meanwhile,
yeah, definitely. This is like the winning TI combo. It feels like these two heroes up here. The Beastmaster and the Kotal. The Chakra Magic works a little bit differently now, where you cast it after they've used the spell, and it reduces the cooldown then instead. But you know, the idea is still the same.
Yeah. It's just unnecessarily complicating things. Classic Valve. And this will be a cheeky Illuminate from the side. GH doing the usual.
There is
there's another one straight away. Okay. This is going to be annoying. Meanwhile, we'll look to the middle lane as it's, of course, Matsu versus Mage, the Pugner versus the Invoker, which has had Matsu off to a pretty decent start, as expected, as he decrepifys the Invoker and will deal with that Forge Spirit. Are we expecting anything other than a pretty clean game from a Superman here in mid?
I mean, This matchup should be Pugna favoured a little bit, not by a huge amount. You know, especially when Invoker starts getting some levels online. Can start out last hitting the Pugna, but you know, with that blast spam always coming through, maybe a little bit of a trading farm kind of lane. Just got to be wary of when that Pugna gets level 6. Maybe gets a rotation in. It has good kill potential on the Invoker.
Yeah, Pugna 6 is definitely the danger zone. I mean, especially if you use that cold snap, then got nothing to interrupt it with. But well, he's got all the spells, of course, but probably won't have Deafening Blast by the time Pugna's level 6. So yeah, you just got to be careful. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, it looks like Matu's actually, Miracle has taken an early trip to the jungle, which is not ideal, I don't think. But you know,
this is just Terrorblade things, honestly. I get level 3, get 2 points in illusions. You know, oh, don't worry, lane's going hard. I'll just jungle anyway instead. This is fine. You know, with my 15 armor at 3 minutes into the game, this is absolutely fine.
Meanwhile,
fair and balanced.
Pexy's just dying to tower here. No problems there. Meanwhile,
oh, Pexu actually didn't wait long enough though, so GH ends up getting the kill instead.
nice. He'll take that. Level 3 now. And they're actually pulling the creeps past here. Because there was still a Radiant creep under tower, so they just wanted to pull it past. Meanwhile, Miracle actually taking Ancients now with this Metamorphosis, and he's going to do us no problem at all, so...
Yeah, I like this though when
Terrorblade
TP plays. When TP players do this, you basically just pop meta whenever it's off cooldown.
Mid lane, Martu chasing down MNT, but Mage comes in, making it a little less appealing for Martu to run in, but he's not giving up. Cold Snap is out, and with the Forged Spirit, it should be enough to get rid of the kill threat there from the Pugna. But yeah,
I mean, this is the problem when you rotate the TB away to the jungle. You know, you can leave this troll in a 1v1 against the Brewmaster, and then that frees up the Rubik to try and play the rest of the map. Picks up this Arcane Rune, tries to try and gank mid, but now he's just going to hunt down Miracle by the looks of it. You know, try and stop his farm a little bit.
But top lane as well. They're chasing GH here. Kezu and Pegsu want the Kotl, but GH running through the trees. Kezu not interested in turning around for this one, actually. Oh, he's going for the bounty runes, that's why. That makes sense. Everything makes sense now.
Gotta get those 5-minute runes. GH is a very speedy man on a horse. So.
Yeah, he's pretty damn fast, isn't he? Pretty damn quick. But Mind Control fighting it up with Pexu here, the Undying. Just kind of ruling up.
I'll be honest, I don't really understand why they're playing this Beastmaster Keeper of the Light Lane and not leveling the axes. You know, you mentioned this is something that you thought they would do, where, you know, you use the Chakra Magic to give the Beastmaster more mana to spam out the wave, but...
Yeah.
He's actually just not leveling them at all.
3 boars?
I mean, the boars do a lot of damage now, honestly. I mean, it's hero-type damage, like we said before, and at level 4 it does 64 damage. So, you know, combine that with the attack speed aura that Beastmaster gives, it does pack a punch.
But I think what this game is going to come down to is how good is Neutral Warlord? And I don't know the answer, do you?
No, I don't even know what his skills do, apparently, so... I mean, how am I supposed to answer that question? I mean, I knew what his ult did apart from it. I thought it could still, you know, you could still be killed, but apparently not. Fair enough.
Not.
Oh, Pexu.
There's a first kill for Martu there in the river, finding that double damage and bringing down the Undying. Easy peasy, no problems at all.
It looks like he's going to try and rotate top here as well. Put some pressure on this top tower with the Beastmaster and the Keeper of the Light.
Well, Mind Control is trying to find this courier here. Actually got a bit of damage out onto it. And in we go onto Kezu. The little green man chasing into the trees. Nether Blast does not connect. And they're going to need an interrupt here, which they do not have. So Kezu just going to TP himself away. But this should mean that the tower is up for grabs with these Nether Blasts coming out with the Kotl. That's kind of disgusting, actually.
I've just realised that it doesn't matter about the axes, because they have a Pugna instead, so that blast is constantly...
Bottom lane though, Madara trying to chase down Kuroki here, actually popping that ultimate to chase him down, but now Kuroki actually blocked in by creeps, and that is going to be him die, but Madara, he's in the tree line here, he's not in a great position, and GH is trying to bully him out with these Illuminates, and Madara doesn't really know what to do with himself here.
I'm surprised Matumberman didn't try and TP down there to kill the troll. Maybe he thought, you know, Madara was already TPing away, but... he does have a TP available on him.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Not sure about that one, to be honest. Not sure. Maybe he just believed that GH was capable of dealing with it by himself.
Maybe
one in the middle lane. Oh, they baited out Matumberman here by putting the Invoker in the lane, but MNT was behind, and that is going to be a quick demolishment off the Pugna.
Yeah, Liquid have this ward down the bottom side, you know, of the rune. But it doesn't really spot where this Rubik's playing on the map at the moment. You know, he's trying to stop the TV from jungling on this Radiant bot jungle. They're playing around the mid lane as well, so maybe look towards Liquid, trying to get some vision around that area. See what this pesky Rubik's up to.
Tell you what, we are going to swap it over to Net Worth really early here because the last hits aren't telling us anything reliable because, of course, Miracle's been in the jungle so much on this Terrorblade. And we do see that Net Worth is quite firmly in Vega's half of the map on their cores right now. Do we need to do something about this Troll Warlord?
Yeah, well, it looks apparently they want to.
Okay, Will used and with the life drain as well. It looks like Madara might be brought down here. They're going to use a Stampede. Madara runs, Kuroki trying to give chase, but they don't have the catch. Turns around, throws some axes, and Madara escapes just with a Stampede. And that was a Will-O-Wisp used. That was a life drain used as well from Matuma Man, and they don't find the kill.
Stampede did come out though at the same time, and you know it does have a long cooldown this patch. So
true, but you know, still worth it, I would say.
Yeah, Troll gets out, definitely okay. Pexu's kind of hovering around behind here. He's only level 3 on this Undying actually, which is a little bit of a worry for him. Now, you want to start putting those points in Tombstone if you can. GH mid though.
Yep, into Mage he goes and throws out the Stomp. He's actually going to survive this one, the Fire not doing nearly enough damage. And GH trying to predict the movements with the Illuminate there, but doesn't connect. But they'll just continue to fend off in this middle lane. Meanwhile, up at top, Mind Control trying to keep this tower in check. I'm still not really seeing what this Beastmaster's going to achieve just yet.
Is he still maxing the board? Yeah, he is.
Yep.
I'm really interested with this to see what he does. But the point I want to make is look where all of Vega's vision is at the moment, and look at where Miracle's playing on this Terrorblade, and you can see what they want to be doing down here.
Right.
They want to try and smoke up and get something done. You know, maybe a rotation from the center when he has his next Stampede online.
Yeah, there's a lot of dive wards in these jungle.
I mean, there's no point putting these deep observer wards down if you can't do anything to punish, you know, with the vision. So I'd like to see them try and make a rotation soon at least. Troll in the bot lane as well, actually getting run at again.
Pressure from Matsu. And there comes up the Qualifier Blast as well. That's going to be enough to finish him off. Madara turning around for the axes and ends up costing him his life. But Matuma is so fast that I'm not sure it would have mattered either way. Pexu does take both the bounty runes, however, so Matsu will be slightly salted about that. But, you know, he got the kill on the carry. His job is done. He's feeling good.
Yeah, it feels like if you can, anytime you can get a kill on the Troll and Invoker this game, you know, they're the two big cores you really want to be trying to shut down. So, although the Centaur kills are nice, kind of just not really impacting the game at the moment. Yeah, just put him in a 1v1 against somebody. It's going to be all about this blink timing on the Centaur, though, for Vega. As soon as you can get that online.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a huge change of pace when that comes out. They're actually looking around bottom already. GH throwing out these Illuminates, just trying to see some creeps, see what Madara is up to. Centaur farming these creeps out as well. Brute in the middle lane gets a split off on 24 HP and now trying to turn around onto Invoker. We'll need to get himself out. Question is, do we have a Sunstrike available?
Oh, if he can pull this one off, it'll be a 10 out of 10 for me. They've got the vision in mid lane with the ward.
Yep. He's got that Sunstrike leveled up. Kuroki, he's trying to dodge it. And doesn't look like... Oh, he lands it. Just as he threw out the taunt as well. Mage.
Oh.
What a play.
They ping up there. They think the ward's on the high ground next to the dire top jungle.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Sorry.
Nearly gets a tornado. Luckily, it's not leveled enough for it to connect. And now they throw out the will as Miracle comes in with his army. He's popped the Metamorphosis here, and he just blows up Mage. Miracle's turned up into this game with a force. Meanwhile, the counter will from MNT. 2 wisps.
Stolen Will-O-Wisp. It's a pretty easy one to steal as well because Rubik doesn't, Keeper of the Light doesn't really have any like quick animations afterwards. Blinding Light's okay, but you don't really think about using it just straight away after. And Miracle's online again now, it feels like, you know.
Yeah,
that level 3 jungle.
Level 3 jungle turns up to his first fight, blows up the Invoker, and helps push down this middle tower. Things looking good for Miracle here, but this Troll Warlord is still the guy to beat, as he's got his Yasha coming out to him shortly.
Yeah, I love this build as well. You know, some trolls like to get Battle Fury. I think Arteezy's, you know, a big fan of that item, for example, or it used to be at least last patch. But I think this game they need to try and up the tempo a little bit, like we say, play around this Centaur Blink. So he's going for this Yasha BKB build, which I'm a big fan of.
That's extremely fast-paced, but, you know, that's what Vega need. They can't sit and wait around for this Terrorblade to get going. My problem is, you know, looking at pushing into this, they've got such good creep clear. They've got this Pugner, they've got this Kotl. These are two heroes which they're definitely going to play around and basically just push out these lanes. I mean, you already see GH up here, you know, pushing right through in the dire side of the map. He doesn't care.
Yeah, and he's actually the only other person I've seen play Keeper of the Light, you know, quite like this is Slayer. You know, from which CIS team was it? Was it No Pango?
What, Slayer's in No Pango, yeah.
Yeah. So he would play the position 5 Keeper of the Light and go 1-4-4, where he maxes out the Blinding Light and the Chakra Magic first. But obviously GH being a little bit more greedy, just trying to shove lanes out all the time.
That was very greedy, my friend. He could have run away, but he turned around for a last hit, and then just gets ran down by Mind Control and Mateo. Admittedly, they did use the Primal Roar for it, but, you know, when you're the team which doesn't really care about the game going on for a long time, you can feel free to throw out these ultimates for a quick kill. Like, all it means is that you won't be able to do anything on the map for a little while, which is fine. They're absolutely fine with that.
They're okay. I mean, Liquid are going to try and want to get around this point now where they get the Necro book online, though. You know, that'll be the Pugner and Beastmaster group up then. And that's the big go.
You made me think there was a Dazzle in the game for a minute there when you said Necro book.
Oh god, not Dazzle. I'm so glad that hero gets first banned out in nearly, you know, every game at the moment.
Has he used this Hawk yet on the... Oh, there it is.
It's in bot lane.
Literally right there. Okay.
And they're like, yes, we can kill the Hawk. And then it's not even in vision. They're actually just chomping through the tree line here, trying to find an angle onto this Pugner. But some man's wary because of the Hawk.
Thanks,
he knows
Hawk.
what's going on.
Doing a lot of work. These are the Nether Ward and Hawk combo.
Mid lane as well.
Very good. Very strong. Hexu taking some beatings here. Tricky hero to bring down, of course. You know, only level 1 right now on the Flesh Golem, but at least he has it. There's going to be a 400 health bonus if he wants to pop that at any stage, which is also very annoying. You've ever played against an Undying right now, but you know, when he's level 18, you're trying to kill him, they just say, oh, okay, you have double your health now. Cool. That's cool. Liquid, they found a double damage. They're in Roshan, and they've actually nearly taken him down.
Oh, wow. I didn't even...
What?
My map awareness is... Oh, God.
Yeah.
I'm a bit disappointed I didn't even see that one, I'll be honest. But again,
if an observer who has omniscient vision over the map can't spot out this Roshan, Vega have no chance. That was ridiculous. I mean, that was just a 2-man Rosh on the team, which, I mean, they're not behind anymore, but this Terrorblade was very much behind. But Liquid, they've pulled this one back into their favor. The ball is now in their court, and they'll be happy to play around with it before they try and strike down any lanes.
I mean, this double damage on Terrorblade with the inner beast attack speed. You know, Rosh, we don't even have time because we blink and it's gone. So it's not our fault we didn't see it.
Okay, man, I spotted it. It's fine. As long as it didn't go off without us knowing about it.
But this is the problem. Like, with Vega's draft overall, like, they have this really good, like, laning stage. You know, where they start to get ahead of this Terrorblade and whatnot, and they shut him down quite well. But then they've got this Troll and the Invoker that both need farm. And so, you know, Centaur really can't do anything until he gets Blink. So Liquid just start to take the map back. So,
yep, I feel like this Troll Warlord is yet to do anything this game, if I'm honest.
When he gets the BKB online, though, and that'll be the... We need to try and fight around that. I mean, we said that with the Centaur Blink, but they haven't really achieved anything with it yet.
No,
so.
I mean, that's my worry. That's my concern. Vega just not really going for any fights, trying to make anything happen. Meanwhile, Liquid have taken Roshan. You know, do you remember when Miracle got involved in his first fight on the Terrorblade, just appeared up in the middle lane? I feel like he's just had just as much impact, maybe even more, than the Troll Warlord has had this game. And this Troll should really be doing a lot more than he is, I feel. I mean, do you agree?
Yeah, kind of, but at the same time, it feels like the Troll's just trying to match the farming tempo of the Terrorblade at the moment. But unfortunately, Troll does not farm anywhere near as fast as the Terrorblade, just because of all the illusions. So,
did they ever try to de-ward this cliff? No, they actually got the right ward in the end, so that's cool at least.
Oh, Pexu tries to get the D-ward off, but they actually just kill each other's sentries instead. Fair enough.
Through supports. GH does win, though. Oh, meanwhile, somewhere on the map. Why did that even happen?
Mid lane.
Oh, mid.
I mean, this is a difference that you can see. Look at the difference between the position 4s at the moment in the Rubik and the Keeper of the Light. You know, they both want to try and do the similar kind of things where GH is just shoving lanes out all the time. You know, Liquid doing what Liquid do best, where they give him farm priority.
Jump in bottom with a Sunstrike as well. Madara comes in. The shout out onto the Troll Warlord, though. Kezu trying to chase him down. They even use a Stampede for this one. This is a costly kill already. And if they don't get it, it could be ridiculous. They're using everything, though. But the ball's just slowing down Kezu so much. They throw down the Tombstone, but Mind Control's going to go for the TP. The Blink in, Stomp, Double Edge finally finishes off. Meanwhile, Liquid are trying to push down this mid. They're using the distraction well, and they're going to try and get themselves a tier 2 for it. Can Vega make their way back in time? The Centaur's actually TPing to base, which means there will be no defense for this tower.
It's really difficult to fight into this Aegis at the moment, though, anyway. You know, it still has around 2 minutes left, so... Again, I like how they're just playing around this Metamorphosis on Liquid really well. You saw early game, he was trying to rotate mid and get kills and whatnot, and just farm jungle quickly with it. Now, you know, whenever this meta's being popped, they're just trying to push towers, force objectives.
Ooh, Tornado actually missed up Kezu's initiation a little bit there. They'll still get the kill anyway as he 4-stars through the Meteor. Kind of painful to do that. Meanwhile, there's a Willow to try and help out Kuro. They deal with that Wisp very quickly, though, but still giving Kuroki the valuable space he needs. He jumps down. Meanwhile, Miracle is just farming jungle now. You know, he's done with the whole pushing thing. Let's get back to the jungle, hit some more creeps, make sure he cemented his lead in this game. You know, he has got this Aegis, but with a hero down, he's got no intentions of pushing, and they don't need to. They've got the carry potential on their side, I believe.
I'll be honest, Nomad, it's not been the most action-packed of games, has it? You know, we've got 12 kills in 19 minutes. I feel like, you know, some games this patch we've been seeing quite a few bloodbaths, but, you know, Liquid quite happy to just, you know, keep the split push going with the TB, let him farm up, because they understand they've got the late game. Feels like, you know, Vega, it's up to them to make something happen here.
Okay, Vega. We've, you know, we've given you a hard time, but now we've got the BKB coming out on Madara. Action happening top lane. There is a Tornado somehow connects onto GH there. It's a little bit off, and now he uses the Blinding Light trying to get himself away. They stampede forward, so they want to catch GH, but this Coddle is so damn quick. He's just going to sprint away. And, well, you know, man, the horses are faster than legs.
As well.
Horses are
get the roll on
faster
center.
Oh, no. Oh, dear. Vega looking for a bit of momentum this game, and they find quite the opposite. As they pop the Stampede and actually end up losing a hero for it.
Yeah, it was a really nice play by GH. He forces away the Kuroki, so he actually ends up not getting hit by the Sunstrike. And then, like you say, GH is so fast he doesn't even need a 4-star to get away. He just runs on his, you know, on his little horse into the sunset, and he's fine.
Yep, it's quite a romantic getaway, but yeah, no one seems to be catching GH with his 488 move speed. Excuse me. And Kuroki actually running in onto Pexu here, but there's 3 heroes around. This may well be a kill. He's trying to get the split off. Will be successful as they force him down to low ground, and Pexu actually taken care of by Matumaman. They've actually got the Troll Warlord here. He's popping that BKB and gonna have to just go for the TP out. This is not how you want to use your first BKB. This is not how you want to use a 10-second BKB.
Yeah, definitely not at all. But I mean, he doesn't really have a choice, though, does he? You know, they really want to go for that kill. But again, GH forces Brewmaster to the low ground, so the Sunstrike doesn't hit. You know, he allows him to get his split off and just completely turns the fight around.
This is going to be Mind Control in trouble, though, as the Sunstrike comes down, and that is going to be him deleted from the game for the next 50 seconds. Something.
Again, it feels like they're all just taking turns, you know, not getting picked off as such, but just, you know, pushing lanes in all the time. So, you know, Miracle can just farm the jungle constantly. He's a very happy TB at the moment. And he's actually not got the Ags on Keeper of the Light, by the way. He went 4-star into Aether Lens. And when he gets that level 15 talent, which is 350 cast range, you do not want to know what his cast range is on this Keeper of the Light at that point.
Orbital strike stuff.
So, he used to be so good for things like Mana Leak as well. Obviously, that skill doesn't exist anymore, but with the Will-O-Wisp, you can just stand so far back before you put it down.
Vega are looking now. Vega are looking for a kill. They've got this Stampede. They've got the BKB on their Troll. Liquid, though, they're wary. They're staying into the tree lines. Matumaman's all out already. Kuroki pinged out. Maybe this could be a kill. They're going to pop the Stampede and go forwards onto the Brewmaster. He doesn't have its ultimate, so he should be brought down without too much difficulty. Meanwhile, they actually get GH as well as he pops the Will-O-the-Wisp. Now, Kuroki, the Sunstrike lands, and that is going to be enough to finish him off. That was kind of close. I mean, just the Sunstrike did a lot of damage there, as one would say.
Yeah, really nice by Madara, though. Just chases down the Keeper of the Light by himself. It kills him off. I think Rubik came over in the end as well, but again, you kind of split it off. But, I mean, raw mid actually as well.
Yeah, they're going on to the Invoker here, and he's just getting melted. Good lord. Heavy blows coming out from the Mind Control.
As well.
Yeah, they've got the life drain. Pexu brought down on the steps of his jungle. Madara unable to save him, and as we see, Ooh, don't be fooled by the color, by the way. That is a Sanjin Yasha. They just changed the colors around because, you know, Valve cares a lot about the Reddit front page.
Oh yeah. I mean, you've got a, you know, it's a nice quality of life change. It makes sense. You know, it might be weird at first, but people have got used to it, you know. I love how it was such a small thing though at the time as well. Oh, Matumberman mid. Actually going onto the Pugna here with the troll ult.
Yeah, he's dropping pretty damn low here. He's got to Qualifier, which is going to save him from Madara's right clicks. He actually pops that ulti running forwards. Now it runs off and he backs himself away. And,
did you see that, Nomad? He actually didn't die when he used ult there.
Incredible.
Tombstone onto the low ground, but it does instantly just die. That Beastmaster attack speed aura.
Oh, Pexu. Himself away. Liquid looking though. They want to find Pexu.
No, MNT, it looked like he might have been able to kill Matumberman in the mid lane, but it looked like he stopped his life drain that was channeling onto him. So I'm not really sure what happened there.
I didn't catch that one myself, so I can't give you any comments.
But again, it just feels like Liquid are just playing on the other half of the map. So even if Vega win a fight, you know, where they are at the moment, by the time they get to Liquid's base again or try and take objectives, and Liquid are just going to be ready to defend again. They'll be back alive. So sometimes it's much better to take well, it's always much better to take a fight on the other side of the map if you can. You know, if you win, you take objectives. If you lose the fight, you're all back alive again by the time they try and take objectives.
Exactly, exactly. And now Vega, they're looking for something. They've smoked up and they're running forwards, but Liquid, once again, they know. And it's a double damage Madara if they want to actually take this fight. They've smoked up themselves. And they have everything they want. They've got the Metamorphosis, they've got the BKB, and in they jump. They're going straight away onto the Brewmaster here. Blink and lift. Will-O-Wisp doing so much to lock down 4 heroes and keep Kuroki alive, getting that split off. And Troll actually dropping low, has to pop the ulti with the BKB, but he's going to find himself chasing Brewlings the whole time. And look at the damage Madara's doing him from behind. He just rips through the Troll Warlord. No chance of survival for Madara there, as Vega, they try, they strike, and they do miss.
Yeah, that was so awkward for... Oh, Kezu... It's just a little bit greedy from him, but it looks like Liquid are just going to ignore him, actually. They just want to go for the... I imagine they're going to go for the Rosh instead, but... Yeah, that was really weird, because Vega smoked up, and they were like, yes, let's go and find something. And then a Terrorblade Illusion starts hitting their tier 3 bot.
Style plays from PH. Sorry, you just illuminates the creep wave, and then he was about to miss, so he blinks in and blasts them back with a blinding light into his illuminate. It's just the style plays. Sorry. Probably wasn't worth interrupting your point. Roshan is now being taken. Tornado going to rip through, connect onto no one. MNT and Mage. Now Kezu join in. Pexu also.
I mean, maybe next time has this Hawk, but it just dies, so...
Troll is back in 1 second. Oh my god, Invoker! He's actually going to get killed! Now Kezu jumps in with the stun, but it's far too late. The Invoker's already dead. Troll is coming into this fight, but what can he really do? Meanwhile, Pexu is surrounded, but we'll watch towards Kuroki as he's being chunked down by Madara. Pexu taken care of. They really want to finish off Kuroki here. He doesn't have the split available for Blinding Light. So annoying for Madara. Now the Roar comes out. Mind Control coming in, followed by an army of zombies. Kezu turns around though. They blow up Kuroki, and Madara just running forwards with that BKB, blows through Mind Control, and well, they'll gather around the shrine and try and shrine themselves up. But Liquid, they're up for the recommittal. Here is a Dagon onto MNT, but Matumberman could be in trouble. Blinding Light to send back Madara. Madara chasing forwards, but the stun is out to interrupt the life drain. Can they finish him off? Force him away, but no, they do find Matumberman and finish him off. Miracle controlled up. He's got the Thunder, but everybody's low health. Madara pops the ultimate and just turns around. They kill Miracle as well. This could be the comeback which Vega are looking for, as they take down 4 heroes on the side of Liquid, and now should be able to claim Roshan for themselves, as Mage is back, and there doesn't seem to be much choice. GH gonna throw in some Illuminates. I mean, he's got the Blink Dagger if he really wants to go for something here.
It's so difficult for Liquid to fight without their big ults. Like they didn't have the split available. They didn't have
is actually using the will to slow down Roshan. No way. He kills one. He kills Madara. Are you kidding? He's gonna get Mage as well. What are you doing, GH? He gets a double kill inside the pit. You doubted this man's 4 Rubik, but he just styles all over Vega Squadron. Oh my word, Jesus.
What just happened? And you know what the best bit is? The Undying's the one who picks up the Aegis. So it's not... They don't even care on Liquid anymore.
Oh my god. GH. You fucking god.
I mean, the point I was going to make is it was so difficult for Liquid to fight without their ults. Like, they didn't have the Will-O-Wisp up, they didn't have the Split up, and then the Metamorphosis wasn't up as well, which is definitely the real Terrorblade ult. And I cannot believe GH has rescued that fight by killing the 2 big cores.
That is absolute madness. Meanwhile, Kezu and Matumaman playing around each other in the bottom lane. Matumaman just wants to stay away from the Centaur. Kezu realizes his hopes and dreams are dashed and will TP back to base. Right, where does this leave us now?
How do you analyse this game anymore?
I don't really know. I don't know. Vega basically they took a huge fight and it looked like they were like coming back into this game, and then GH just says no, we're good. He killed Invoker and the Troll Warlord, right?
Can you you remember Yeah, he killed the Invoker and the Troll Warlord, the 2 big cores, but can we just look at the Illuminate cast range, by the way? You won't be able to see it at the moment because it says release Illuminate, but get ready. Can you see how far back it goes? It's off the screen, it's that
Good
big.
Lord. He's illuminating half the damn map. Okay.
Absolutely crazy. He doesn't even have to be anywhere near the front of a fight to get it off.
Yeah, that's a pretty neat spell. Blinding Light, huge as well. They all are. Though Pexi will walk straight into Pexi. They're going to find GH here and probably take down Mr. Gandalf. He's actually forced stuff out. Will-O-Wisp trying to save him. No, come on, GH. There we go. They get the Blinding Light off, and we'll find that kill. Although,
I mean, they're losing their top tier 3 though in the meantime.
Okay, they do now kill the Will, and we'll jump back onto the top lane.
Madara
Gonna have to force stuff himself out. Things are okay, but this Hawk on the high ground doing a lot of work to give him the vision, especially for the Pugner.
You have to be putting sentries around where you expect the Hawk here if you're Vega. Maybe not reading the patch notes like me. That's why. Kuroki's not even level 12 yet, by the way. Still level 11 at the moment. Doesn't have the level 2 split, and he actually runs into Kezu here. Might be in a little bit of trouble.
Oh, he's still got 10 seconds on the neck bro on the bottom lane. Yeah, meanwhile Kuroki, does actually get rooted by Madara, and that means no escape for him.
It's not about the first hit bashes anymore. It's about the first hit ensnares that cancel TPs instead.
I figured out why he's got ensnare, by the way, because that seemed really weird to me why he gets an ensnare rather than a bash. I figured it out, though. Do you want to know?
Alright, yeah, hit me up.
It's because he's a troll, and you know the hill trolls, the jungle camp, the hill trolls. They root as well. There you go. Okay. It's just Valve continuity. Very important.
Valve's all about continuity, aren't they? So.
Exactly. Kezu and Mind Control fighting off for the rune. Does go to Kezu as he blinks away from that Beastmaster. On Mage will get the top runes for 3 bounties going to Vega at the 30-minute mark. Still an 8k gold advantage for Liquid, and no real signs of that changing right now.
No, I mean they're definitely on the front foot, especially after that Rosh fight. But I don't think Vega are out of this. They've got the 2 big cores that scale into the late game. They've got the Troll, they've got the Invoker. So, especially when these BKBs start to run down on the Radiant side, especially Miracles on this TV, then they can start to take fights a little bit easier.
But Vega, it's an uphill battle for sure, and they need to do something now. And have they used the Aegis? They still got the Aegis in there and dying,
Oh, good.
They still got that going for them.
If he had the Tombstone on Death Talent, it might be a little bit more viable. But Pexi might just use.
There we go. There goes the Aegis.
Here comes the cavalry as well, the reinforcements.
Yeah, Vega, they're going to force Pexu back and steal the Drunken Brawler as well. He's immediately by MNT.
Oh, good. Now he crits for 30 instead of 10, or whatever it is.
Very scary. But, they do save the Undying, despite the Aegis being popped, but no big deal. Yeah, Tombstone on Death, that might actually mean something.
Mage is trying to pick off this Keeper of the Light in the bot lane by the looks of it, but it didn't see the Illuminate quite yet. Just backed off. This catapult, though, is ripping through the tower if it hits. Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, they get it.
Finished. Okay, tier 2 tower taken. That's definitely something for Vega. They'll take anything they can get at this stage in the game. Lincoln's now out, actually, on Madara. More items. BKB and Lincoln. Super defensive from him. He just wants to stay alive. And now he'll finally go for that Skull Basher, which, of course, is now allowed on the Troll Warlord.
Yeah, I think you have to pick this up. I mean, this is one of the reasons why Troll was so good against the Terrorblade before. We could stop the Sunder going off if you just man for him. In the 1v1 situation. And you just constantly bash him over and over again. But the ensnares don't really stop the Sunder in the same way.
Vega smoked up, looking for something, but once again, this has been a key part of Liquid's game, I feel, as well. They've just been able to evade every single smoke gank which Vega had been putting out, and not even with wards. They just seem to know. I mean, as I've said this, he is probably going to get caught out. Oh, damn it.
What have you done, Nomad?
Well, oh, he's going to get the split off. Never mind, all planned, all planned. And now they're going to go forward onto Madara here. Madara, though, does have 4 staff back, thanks to his teammates, and they'll throw off the tornado. Never in doubt.
That is the Bruce split used, though. So, if Vega can try and look for another fight here, the Bruce split's going to be down.
Yeah, and I'm glad. I mean, they used... Was that the Stampede used in that last fight, actually? 90 seconds?
I think it...
Probably.
Well, I think it might have been used in the top lane before.
Okay.
When the Undying got gone
I feel like they could really use that spell to be aggressive with, though, because otherwise the will is just going to lock them all down. You need to be able to space yourself out and use the use that speed.
Yeah, true. Pexu might be in a little bit of trouble here. Gets blasted up, so they know each other are here. Maybe look to try and put some wards down. Yeah, the Hawk comes out. Rubik's trying to chase.
Lift. They're going for GH here with the Sunstrike as well. Can they finish him off? But no, the Force Dive. He's got an Aeon Disc as well. Blinding light people back. Meanwhile, Pexu picked up on the backlines as Miracle comes in. They'll take down the Tombstone. Now look at Centaur being burst away. You wouldn't think this hero was tanky. Does actually cheese himself out on the low ground, and that will be him surviving. Meanwhile, they take down Mind Control on the side of Vega. They're looking for Brew as well. No split anymore, but Miracle's coming in. Madara versus Miracle. Madara, he doesn't have the ultimate either, but the lift is out onto the Terrorblade. Can they finish him up? He's got the Sunder, but no! Matumban comes in and blows up Madara from the high ground.
Why did they lift the TP up to the high ground?
I don't know. I to be real, I don't know. Meanwhile, Kezu through the tree line. Sunstrike comes down. Does land onto Miracle, I think.
That was I don't think it hit him. That was very close.
Oh, it looked like it.
Oh, the Mage on the Invoker as well might be in a little bit of trouble here.
He tried to go for the plays, but unfortunately will be dropped as Martu Dagon's another down.
Okay, so Liquid don't have meta now, though. So it's not like they can easily push in here and try and make advantage of this Troll and Invoker dying. Imagine they'll probably try and just chip away with the Pugler instead. Oh, there's actually a DD in the bot lane, though. Are they going to... Oh, I'm surprised he didn't try and bottle that one up for the next meta.
Running out onto Kezu here, but Kezu does have that.
Oh, Pexu.
Pexu maybe not so lucky as double damage. Madara Miracle comes in, and they'll finish off the Undying pretty damn quick.
Matumba looks like he really wants to try and shove the lanes in a little bit here. Try and get some chip damage in. Yeah, they ping out top lane as well, but they're not really in a position here on Liquid. They really want to try and fight around the meta.
Even with the double damage? I think they might be willing with the double damage just to try.
Look at Matumba.
He goes in with the with another blast and actually finishes off that tier 3. They really care about this tier 3 at mid now. They've got another one. They could just go for shrines, but
yeah.
Well, Beastmaster doing that all by himself anyways.
You just want to take as much map control as you can. Just take the shrines now. There's no need to rush this. You can wait for the third Aegis if you want to. It's the big Refresher Shard one, so if you can get that on the Terrorblade, we've talked about them wanting to play around the Metamorphosis. When you have 2 of them, it's a little bit easier.
Shrine should be going down to Liquid as well with all of these ridiculous amounts of summons the Beastmaster has.
One thing we haven't mentioned, by the way, this game is the Keeper of the Light Terrorblade combination with the Illusion.
Dire's bottom shrine has fallen.
With the Illusion and with Meta as well, I guess, yeah.
He's constantly getting these illusions back up again. They have a 16-second cooldown normally, and then with the... Look, if you look at what GH is doing...
Yeah, he's just spamming.
It goes back down.
Meanwhile, in the mid, they're going onto the Pugner here. Cataclysm used as well, but the lift is going to take him out. Doesn't matter, they find the kill all the same. Meanwhile, top racks are being pushed in by these illusions. Going to send Vega back, but they got a kill onto Matumbaman, and they may look for more here. They save the Stampede.
Matumbaman has to be careful, though, because the Rosh has spawned now, and I think Vega realised this, so they might just look to try and fight this before Matumbaman comes back up again.
Roki plonked himself on the high ground.
They're trying to catch GH now, though. They see him under the ward. They know where he is. They're hunting him.
I think this might be
a
dead horse, man. He blinks back. Kezu immediately with the ultimate. They throw down the will to try and keep himself alive, but GH, it doesn't really matter. He's going down all the same. A little bit of space created as all 5 stare into the light, but doesn't.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, TP's down to the bottom lane as Beastmaster's pushing this one in with these pesky Necro units. He has been all over the place on mind control.
That was a really costly death though by GH. He dropped a gem and he gave away Will-O-Wisp to the Rubik as well. So not the not what unfortunately not what you want to be doing on this Keeper of the Light, giving away quite as much there. If you just give away yourself without a gem, without that ult, then you're pushing out lanes. It's not the end of the world, but bit of a costly one.
Bit of a costly one indeed. That gem making an awful lot of difference as Vega will now run through the map and take down all of these sentries and anything else they can find. But mind control back onto the high ground and will actually take himself a tier 3. Probably need to come and kill this guy.
I mean, there's just so much split push coming through from Liquid. They have the Keeper of the Light shoving out lanes, the Beastmaster with the summons, they've got the illusions on the Terrorblade as well. It's so difficult for Vega to deal with this because they really don't have a huge amount of split push. It's kind of like the Forge Spirits, the Double Edge, and the Fade Bolt, but it's a bit more commitment than the Liquid lineup with their illusions and summons. And the ridiculous cast ranges like the Keeper of the Light. But Vega want to fight this. They're
Well, they need to because Roshan is dropping very, very low with this Solar Crest. And with Miracle in the pit, they actually just take it down, no problems at all. And looked like GH wanted the Refresher Shard. Yep, he'll be given it.
So the Keeper of the Light Refresher Shard, also a good one. And that double Will-O-Wisp. The constant
you can make
change
it
stuff.
permanent, can't you?
Oh, is it permanent? I don't think it is.
Quick maths, let's go.
No, it has an on duration of 1.3 and an off duration of 1.75.
Okay, I guess that's probably deliberate.
I mean, so you can still get your BKB off on it, but trying to focus down 2 Will-O-Wisps is not the what you want to be doing during your BKB duration on the troll.
No, definitely not. The rest of your team is just stuck and short for great things to happen for Liquid here. I mean, they've got their Terrorblade. Well. He's got an Aegis. Yep, mind control just pushing in the bot lane. He's already on the barracks here. Cataclysm is going to be used. Miracle still pretty damn healthy, to be honest, and even if he's not, he's got the Sunder available. Will-O-Wisp thrown in the backlines. They're just going to use it to buy space. The Rack's already down, and they just blow up. Maybe next time. No used as Miracle just wanting to blow up this tombstone as quickly as possible. Pexu will be killed as well. Sunder out onto Madara. Madara, no more ultimate available as the Illuminate hits onto 2, and there comes a Will-O-Wisp as well. Miracle takes down Madara. Mage as well, held into place, thrown back into it again with the blinding light, and Miracle, well, they don't have the invis on Mage. But the bottom lane of Rax has been taken, the top lane as well, and mid doesn't look to be standing for very long either, as Miracle and his little gang of illusions get to work, and down they go. MNT trying his best, meanwhile, Kuroki jumps forwards, doesn't really care, and GG is called, as there is no defense coming out from Vega. They lose too many on the backs of this very scary Terrorblade, and an incredible game from GH on the new Coddle, really showing us how it's done. Liquid will take game number 1.
Yeah, what did I say? I think Keeper of the Light has to be played as a 5. Yeah, maybe not. Okay. I mean, if anybody could do it, it was definitely going to be GH.
Yeah, sure, true.
I'm glad to be proved wrong.
Absolutely, that was a very fun game from him and a very tight game of Dota from Team Liquid. Only 25-20, surprising scoreline. But yeah, Vega definitely needing to, if they want to go for this kind of draft again, find a little bit more action, find a little bit more tempo, make things happen with the heroes they have. Any more thoughts on that game, Mo?
I think, yeah, Vega just need to make sure they have 2 tempo controllers that can play the map and not just one in the center. That's the most important thing, like you say. But yeah, really well played by Liquid. It looks like the TI winning, kind of draft that they went for something very similar at the time. So in their comfort zone that game, try and take them out of it if you can, if you're Vega. I think
was that like a year and 4 months ago they did that, and
quite a while ago.
Now coming back with the same old strats and a brand new patch, but no, looking very different. But of course, nice to see Liquid, pulling out a decent performance versus Vega. We'll see if they can keep that up. We won't call anything just yet. We don't know if Liquid are back yet. We'll tell you later today. We will be casting the next game coming up very shortly on this channel. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you soon.